My rear upper control arms have not arrived yet, but that's not going to stop me from working on the car. I might as well pull the old ones off because there are 4 of them. It's going to be a little bit of a hassle. Anyway, I'll get that done. That way when the new ones arrive, I can just plop them right in. We'll be good to go for alignment.
I came from the mud. There's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree. There's room where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down.
And once again, guys, like the rest of the suspension, these are in just fine shape. These aren't all blown out, as surprising as that may sound. I think I'm going to need the additional toe adjustment from these upper arms, plus the new ones from Redline are going to look awesome in there. Sucker's tight. That was easy enough. Hope those new arms come in soon. I'm excited to get those in and get back to driving this thing. I've been stuck driving the truck because I can't drive the E36 in this weather. It's just too hot without AC. And I miss driving this thing, especially now that it's nice, but we're close, very close. Kudos to Porsche for making all these arms the same length. That's pretty cool, pretty ingenious. And like the rest of the suspension, these are in just fine shape. Especially looking at them now up close. I don't know if these have been replaced. They almost have to at 150,000 miles. But the bushings are completely fine. Like I said, the old arms were in really nice shape other than how they look. The bushings are totally intact. This is more of an upgrade just in case I need the extra adjustment of toe and or camber. Upper control arms showed up. It's just time to unbox them, piece them together, get them about the same length as the stock ones, install them on the rear on both sides, and then it's time to do a nice deep clean of everything in preparation for alignment. So you can see how they go together. I'm going to get these two the same length as the factory ones, install those, and then we'll move on to the other side. I'd say I nailed it there. It's another hot one. But either way, these are basically essentially perfectly aligned. So I'm going to install these on the passenger side. Should be relatively easy. I don't drop all the pieces. Sit. Biddy. Lay down. Good boy. Sit. Pitt and I just want to give you a quick reminder that if you want to enter this Milwaukee M12 giveaway, all you have to do is go to boostedapexdesigns.com. Every $5 you spend is an entry.
Crazy. You're crazy.
And that's to win impact driver, the high-speed ratchet, the charger, 2 batteries, and the carrying case. So if you order anything like this E36 t-shirt, whole bunch of 996 stuff, you get entered to win. Thanks for all support, guys. Back to the video. Installing these rear upper arms were by far the easiest of all the arms and suspension components I've replaced on the car. And the fitment on these is absolutely perfect, just like all of the Renline products I've used. Side's done, and man, those look freaking sweet in there. It just freshens up this whole rear suspension, at least looks wise. Once the other 2 arms came in, I got those unboxed and got them set up exactly like the other ones, got them aligned perfectly with the old arms. It's just going to save the alignment shop some hassle and some time, especially if I can tell them, hey, these rear upper arms are set exactly like the factory ones. All the suspension parts are fully installed. I've got everything on there. So I'm gonna get it outside, lift it back up, and I wanna clean all the fender wells and the suspension really, really well, because for one, it needs it. It's a good time to do it. And whenever I take it to the alignment shop, just be a little nicer for them that they're not working in a bunch of crust and dirt and mud and stuff. And then I also need to measure, at least attempt to measure the camber, because I'm not sure what my camber is right now. Looks like I could probably definitely add some camber. And I have the shims from Renline to do so. And then also I have a bonus to show you guys, which you're really, really gonna love. I assure you of that. You guys have given me a lot of crap for something that's on this car, and well, it's getting changed out. And you guys, I think, are gonna be blown away. to run the car for a while, so I'm going to let it idle, at least for a little bit. That way I'm not just starting it and shutting it off. So this was my idea to check camber, and while it sort of worked, my driveway isn't perfectly level. So basically the numbers that I came up with don't really mean much. I need to do it again, but on level ground in the garage. But I think that solution will work. Also, some of you have been asking about the air jack. I do still use it, just sometimes, honestly, I forget that I have it. But it is really convenient in certain situations. The steps here were hit it with a pressure washer, and then I covered all the surfacers inside with some degreaser, scrubbed it with a brush, and then pressure washed it again. And the end result is pretty good. Is it perfect? No, but it's much better than what it was. I just have to repeat this on all four sides. Now, something else I did while I was under here, I actually lowered the rear of the car probably about ½ an inch. I noticed it was sitting higher than the front, and I want it to be pretty level. So a couple spins of the beautiful KW coilovers brings it down. Should be pretty close to perfect. But again, I'm probably going to have to drive it some more to get that stance just right. Plus, there may be something that makes me change the ride height. You'll see that a little later. Maybe. Here's a situation where the air jack isn't ideal. It just doesn't get quite low enough to go under the side of the car. I wish it did because the thing works phenomenally, and I'll have a link for that below. Now guys, I'm not a professional detailer by any means. This is basically just get it much nicer than what it was. Remember, this is a driver. This isn't just going to sit in the garage or go to a showroom or anything like that. This is a car that I want to drive a lot, and I'm going to drive a lot. Inevitably, it's just going to get dirty again. And you can see here, it's pretty dirty in there. Who knows the last time this was cleaned, if it's ever been cleaned. There's a lot of dirt, gunk, and grime, especially behind the shock. So getting at least 75% of that out of there will be a huge improvement. For those of you watching this far in the video, thank you for all your support. If you haven't subscribed yet, perhaps consider it. It is free and it does help the channel a lot. As you see here from the statistics, the vast majority of you guys are not subscribed, so I would really appreciate it. I figured while the car was outside and had the pressure washer out, I might as well give the car a quick bath, and I mean a very quick bath. This thing was filthy. I hadn't washed it for a while, and I've been working on it for what seems like weeks and weeks and weeks, so the filth had built up. As usual, I use my Giraffe's wall-mounted pressure washer. That thing is incredible. I'll have a link to it below. Check them out. It is a huge garage upgrade. Pressure washer hose reels up real nice and easily back into the washer. The air hose has a reel that wraps itself back up real nice and easily. And in addition, I even flipped my quick jacks so they're on the correct side. I know you guys have been commenting about that for a while. Now, speaking of garage upgrades, I have another one here in this box. Actually, it turned out to not be this box. It was the other box. That's something else. This is something I've wanted for a while, and I didn't realize that Viver makes it. It's basically a ramp that goes at the end of my driveway because I have one of those rounded curves. So this is going to take up that space and make the cars and trucks, whatever, easier to drive in and out of the driveway while lowering the risk of scraping, and it's going to just make it smoother. Now, what's nice about these ramps is you can bolt them together and you can actually bolt them to the ground as well. I opted not to for now. I'm just going to leave them as is because I might shuffle them around, but 3 of them is just about perfect for my driveway. I'm excited to test this out with the Porsche. Obviously, right now I can't drive the Porsche. Well, that might not be obvious. You'll see why in a second. Suspension done. All the fender well areas are clean, or as clean as I can really get them at this point. Dry ice blasting in the future, but for those who stayed to the end, let me show you the surprise. You're gonna like it. That's all you get for now. A few of you should be able to figure out what those are, though you won't know the color or the specs. They're not OEM wheels, I'll tell you that much. So you'll see that in an upcoming video. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.